Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
It won't be our last chance to play Final Fantasy X, though. Oh yeah. Welcome, everyone, to my newest Let's Play. Let's play Final Fantasy X, HD Remastered version. Hells to the motherfucking yeah. Let's get this shit started. I'm super excited for this. Super excited for this. Oh yeah. Let's ruin the beginning of the game with my ridiculous enthusiasm. Also, these loading screens. The best. Guess it's better than like a black screen the whole time. Anyways, let's get this shit started, guys. Finally to Final Fantasy X. Amazing. We hit the 10 mark, the double digits of the Final Fantasy series finally. 3 years later on my channel. It's alright, it's alright. The fact that I waited this long is a good thing. It allowed time for the HD remaster version to be released, so that worked out well for me. And all the stuff that's going on right here, don't worry too much about it. It's important, but not really. Let's just not worry about what's going on until the talking starts happening. Apparently this kid, this is his story. He's over there. He's got fans or something. I don't know. Anyway, so here we go. The game has begun, guys. We have begun. I don't even know where to begin when I start the commentary for this shit. One thing I'm most excited for about this game in particular, voice acting. I don't have to read all the cutscenes and talking anymore, unlike the last 9 games in the series. So, talk to little kids.
Can you sign this?
No problem.
And this is where you decide what your name is. He's the only character in the game you get to name. His name is Titus. I'm glad we get to name him right away. I don't have to like be vague on his name. We get to name him immediately. Yeah, like I said, he's the only character you name in the game, so therefore no one in the game ever says his name, ever. They talk about him all the time, but they never refer to him by name because you get to name him. I'm trying to think of the different things I've named him in my life. I don't think I've ever named him like after me. If I ever did, I just called him G like I do sometimes. I don't know. What have I named him? I know one time me and my friend... oh yeah, I remember one now. Me and my friend named him Owl Munch. Why? Well, if you read the bottom of the screen when you see subtitles, it says who's talking, so it'll say Owl Munch, and then whatever he says. So it would be like... he'd be like, Yuna! And it'd be like, Owl Munch Yuna. Get it? Funny? Are you laughing? Yeah, it wasn't funny then. And it's not funny now, but it was... I guess it was funny then, when me and my friend came up with it. I think we just like... I have no idea where it came from. We just wanted to name him something where you read the dialogue and it looked funny. And there's plenty of opportunities where that was funny. Owl Munch Yuna was just the funniest one. Yeah. I'm going to stop that now. Let's just name him Titus. I've been naming people their freaking default names the whole series. Let's not mess around.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Alright, talk to the little kids, then talk to the girls over here.
Can I have your autograph?
Totally.
Of course.
Good luck tonight.
Nothing to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal, I'll, do this. That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
He's blocking the front row. 5th from the right.
Got it.
East block front row, BZs. I'm gonna get laid tonight. Oh yeah. All I gotta do is score a goal. Will you see you after the game? Hell yeah, you can see me after the game, baby. I know this great place.
Thank
Me
you.
too. It's called my house. Your floating house. Oh,
It's
I don't have to read all this. It just talks on its own. I don't know why I bother reading any of it out loud. Most people will talk with,
Well,
you know,
gotta go. Cheer
voice
for me.
acting. I don't need to
2,
read it.
3. Teach us how to blitz.
Hey, I got a game to play.
Then teach us after.
Maybe tonight, well,
You can't tonight.
I mean tomorrow.
Promise?
Promise.
take note of this little, I don't know, salute that they did to us. It will become important in a while. Not today, but in a while. In a later episode. Anyway, take a look at the giant, awesome city of Zanarkand. They'll say the name of it momentarily, but I'll just go ahead and spoil it for you now. This is Zanarkand. That's the name of the city. It's a fucking giant, awesome-looking city, especially right now. I've actually never played this HD remastered version, so I'm excited to play this through for you guys for my first time. It looks 1,000 times better than the PS2 version. I can already tell just by these opening sequences. It's fucking awesome. And the music is so much, like, more beautiful. It's not compressed and shit. It's beautiful. Anyway, that guy up on the billboard must be important.
Running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jacked, gone, vanished into thin air.
Somebody's talking.
My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were
we
that
talk
day.
to this chick. She'll give you something.
Zanar, I says to
There's a
myself,
chick around
what
here
are
that'll
you
give you
thinking?
something. Let me see if I can find her while this guy keeps
I went
talking.
running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jack all night. My dad and I
Jacked
never
off
talked
all
so much. Whoa. Didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jack Memorial Cup tournament is today.
I think it's this
The
chick.
two teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes
No,
from
not
A
that chick.
East and the Duggles from
One of
C
these chicks gives you
South.
something.
I know there's a lot of people out there today to see the star of the Abes. In just 1 year, he's become the team's #1 player. He's Jack's blood and the new hope of Blitzball. What kind of super play will he show us today? Will we see his father's legendary shot? I don't think I'm the only one excited here, folks.
Anyway, I was letting that guy just finish talking. He was talking about how basically I am this star player. Jack is apparently my father. He was a star player of some sort. And so am I, apparently. They want to see the Jack shot, which Jack is apparently my father's name. Jack is another name I like to make fun of in this game. He's part of the reason why I came up with Al Munch in the first place. Because Jacked was too fun to make fun of. Jacked up, jacked off, all
Coming
jack
through,
up,
sorry.
jacked up all over your face, that kind of stuff. Also, I
Hey,
didn't get
I'm gonna be
anything.
late.
There was supposed to be a person who's supposed to give you some potions on that highway, and I didn't. I talked to everybody, didn't I? Maybe I didn't talk to everybody. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like I missed out on a couple potions. I'm not even tripping off that shit though. Just potions. They're just potions. Who needs potions? Alright guys, get ready for the most badass opening sequence that you will ever see. In a Final Fantasy series, I should say. Imagine having only played Final Fantasy 1 through 9, then playing this game, and this is what you start off with. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's just watch and enjoy. Because this song right here is badass. God, that music is just so badass. I love that sequence. Even though bad things are happening there, basically the city got attacked by some giant tidal wave shooting a bunch of lasers and shit. I don't know what's going on, but an attack is happening. It's not looking too good for Zanarkand. Right in the middle of our awesome blitzball game too, man. Anyway, now what? Let's move on, I guess. Let's run this way. Huh.
Orin!
Apparently he knows the guy in the red that was from the cutscene. His name's Orin.
What are you talking about?
And Orin, let's just go ahead and get it out of the way now. Fucking badass. This whole beginning sequence is just badass. Between that cutscene plus the fact that Orin is just a badass in general. Just complete badassery for this first. Like I said, imagine playing this for the first time after having only played 1 through 9 and other assorted PS1 RPGs, and then jumping into this one, and it's like, what is going on? Graphically, musically, just everythingly. The scope of what you're seeing right now is just huge.
What?
Oh, it begins.
Don't cry.
Don't cry. Well, so many little things about this story that I never ever have been clear on them.
What the?
If you thought all the other Final Fantasy games we played had confusing stories, well, prepare yourselves for a one that fits right into that category, because the overall story arc for Tidus in this game is still not clear to me even to this day.
Not this way.
Look.
Look. Orin with his graying hair. We're looking at what? Okay, I said giant tidal wave, but apparently it's a giant floating sphere of water. That's realistic.
We called it sin.
Sin, huh?
Sin?
That's another thing I always found interesting, that they named this thing Sin, because, like, it's kind of metaphorical for human sins, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Like I said, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself with this whole story. I mean, this is literally, we're not supposed to know shit right now. Right now, we're just as confused as Tidus. What is going on? Apparently, this Sin thing is spitting out creatures, and Tidus can only try to swat at them like flies because he's stupid. He's retarded. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, look, Orin gave him a sword. Isn't that nice? A very strange pink sword, but a sword nonetheless. Tidus' swords in this game are very strangely designed. They look cool, but very strangely designed. Also, apparently the sword came from his dad. That's what Orin said. Which means in some ways, Orin knows that he must know Jecht, but we'll leave it at that later. We're inferring what we see so far. I'm not going to get too deep into things. Anyway, our first battle, the game has now begun.
We cut through.
We are now fighting. First time into the game. The battle system pretty much as turn-based as it gets. ATB bar gone. Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9 be damned. There will not be ATB bars ever again. Sorry, ATB bars, you will never return. Maybe one day. I guess in Final Fantasy 13 there is kind of ATB bars again, but in this game and 12 definitely not.
Don't bother going after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and run.
Got it. Basically just keep chopping the ones in front. These things are pretty simple. Just like you said, just chop them and run. Not a big deal. You're just clearing a path right now. There's no way you could defeat all of them. If you wanted to, you could potentially just sit here and grind on these guys. They're, as you can see, they're just one-hitter quitters all day. Feel free to grind on them if you want. I don't want to waste time here for the sake of the LP. Let's just get through this opening sequence. What do you say? Sense of urgency indeed. Can we save the city? That's always one thing I always wondered about this part. It's like, at first you're like, are we trying to save the city? Is that what we're going for here? This is a giant-ass city, and that's a giant-ass ball. What the hell can we do? We're just two cool guys with two cool swords, and that's all we are. How can we save the city? Oh no, not Demi. Oh no. Well, it looks like Orin's ready to do something cool.
Get out of my town!
Get out of my
Some can't
town.
wait to die.
Oh, Aaron's one of Aaron's cool one-liners. Some can't wait to die. Anyway, overdrives. Immediately, you should note that these are basically limit breaks. And yes, they are back to being awesome like they were in Final Fantasies 7 and 8, unlike 9. Overdrives are limit breaks. Each person has a unique one to them. Aaron's is already full. That orange bar under the character's name down there is actually what indicates that they can use their overdrive right now, or limit break. And to use it, you just press left, and it's over here on the side. Bushido is the name, or is the overall name of Aaron's, and the only one that we have right now is Dragon Fang, which hits all enemies. Now, Aaron's, you have to type in a button sequence, which is okay. Phew. I wasn't sure how long of a sequence it is. It's a pretty simple one. Just make sure you put it in as quickly as you can. The faster you do it, I think the more damage you can do. I don't know if that matters as long as you put in the sequence. Anyway, the rest of this battle is pretty simple. Just knock out the big guy. His only ability is Demi, so don't worry about it. If you want, you can even try out Tidus's overdrive. I recommend using his overdrive whenever it pops up, because to unlock his next few overdrives, or actually all his overdrives, you just have to use the previous one a certain amount of times. So anytime Tidus gets his overdrive, go ahead and use it, just for the sake of learning the next ones faster. Auron is different, so you can save his when you need to. Like, just save it until you want to use it, because the only way to learn his is a different way, which I'll talk about later. As you saw for Tidus right there, the way you do his limit breaks, there's just like a little I don't know, notch in the middle, and you have to stop it right on the middle. I don't know how to describe it. You just got to press X when the thing is in the middle. Simple as that. Pretty easy. Also, don't worry about healing in this battle. All this guy will do is cast Demi, so he'll never die. He'll just keep having my life over and over again and waste his efforts. Actually, he doesn't even have it. He just takes away like a quarter of it. Doesn't matter. He'll never die. You probably noticed he's losing tentacles by the attack. Oh, there he goes. Done. He's done. Oh, no, he's got... Not quite. Not quite. And I did say the battle system is turn-based, right? If you look up on the left, on the right side of the screen, you will see the order at which the next, I don't know, 6 things. And if you press R2, you can scroll down and see whose turns are for the next, I don't know, I guess it's like a bunch of turns. I don't know, like 20 or so turns. Anyway, it's a pretty cool, I like the turn-based that you can look ahead and see whose turns. And based on like using haste and slow and all those kind of status effects, that bar or that list can change, which is a really cool concept for a turn-based battle system. It's kind of similar to Final Fantasy Tactics in that case, but we're not playing Tactics right now. We're playing Final Fantasy X. Anyway, we defeated this big-ass thing. It was called Sin Spawn Amis, by the way. I didn't even look at the name, or Sim Spawn's Ames, if you want to call it something else. Alright, now that we've beaten that thing, let's just keep on running. And notice this blue sphere thing over here. Go ahead and talk to it. Traveler Save Sphere level 1. Stores the record of your travels, also fully restores party's HP and MP. So these are your save points. Every time you talk to them, they will heal you. Very, very useful. That makes grinding in this game a fucking awesome thing, because all you gotta do is stay near a save point and you can grind. I love it. This part of the game, don't really need to grind because there's not random battles, so just save it and move on. You don't even have to save it right there. You're not gonna... The chances that you lose right now are very slim. You have to suck pretty hard. But I do recommend save, or at least talking to it to heal, because we did get owned by Demi.
We're expected.
Huh? Give me a break, man.
Give me a break, bruh. Oh god, army of fucking Sin Spawn now. Run! There's keys to this one, though. The key to this one? There's this thing on the side over here. Wait, can we hit it? Apparently we can't get to it yet. What is going on? Okay, wait, hold on. Can we hit it? No, it won't let me hit it yet. See that little, whatever, I'll talk about it. It'll talk about it in a second. I don't need to point it out. Just take out some Sin Spawn for a couple turns. Just do it. Eventually these little bastards will they'll start like shining or something. I don't know if it's gonna happen. It hasn't started yet. There you go. Wings started to flicker. There you go. Yeah, when that happens, generally you want to attack the one that happens, because that little flicker attack can actually do a decent amount of damage to you. So just knock out the one that does that. Now, eventually... There we go. Here we go.
This could be bad.
It could be.
That. Knock it down.
Knock it down.
Trust me, you'll see.
You shall see. Alright, he wants us to knock that down. That we will do. I'm going to let him... In fact, I'm going to let Arn be the one to focus on it. He'll do more damage to it. To the tanker. But I still want to knock out these fools that are flickering. So I'm going to keep one eye on a flicker, another eye on the machine. Who else wants to flicker? Anybody else want to flicker? That's what I thought, bitch. About to get flickered. About to get flickered. I think 3 hits will do. I don't know if it's amount of hits or amount of damage, but as long as Arn's doing it, it'll be smooth sailing. Come on, Auron, finish it. Nope, not quite. Damn it, I should have killed that guy. Whatever, just attack that then. It's almost there. We'll take out the flickerer again. Maybe I should take him out now. Just take him out now. I could have finished it, I think, but I'm gonna try to not take too many chances. Fuck it, finish it. There we go. Here we go. And that pretty much ends the battle. I think that's the only way to win that battle. I'm pretty sure you could sit there and grind on Sin Spawn once again. Something you could do potentially, but I didn't want to. So there's always not. That's always a good reason not wanting to grind. We get plenty of better opportunities to grind later. We're not going to sit here on Sin Spawn. I guess if you just want an early amount of monies, which actually I don't even think you get money from any of these battles, so there's no reason to grind. What am I even talking about? Alright, we're going. Run like hell! Run like hell! You can do it! You're an athlete, man. Use that athletic ability. I don't want to go into the giant vagina!
You are sure? This is it. This is your story. It all begins here.
God, these cutscenes look so fucking good. Oh my god, I love it so much. They look so good. I'm so glad I'm playing this instead of the PS2 version. It looks so good. Ah. Anyway, while I understand that part now, because I've played this game several times, I still am not 100% clear on why all of this beginning part happens the way it does, really. Like, it still doesn't make 100% sense to me. I can explain why that is later, but right now we'll leave it at that. Oh. Then there's this part, which is just like a dream sequence type of thing. You're kind of swimming around. Just as it says, press circle to go down. There's no reason to swim anywhere else. Just press circle. Oh, and go to the left. You want to head toward that guy. That fucking guy. Hey, fucking guy, what are you doing? What are you doing, fucking guy?
I thought about a lot of things. Like where I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy.
And therein lies.
I had a dream.
Sorry, let's get the
A
loading.
dream
He's
of
still
being
talking.
alone.
Sorry.
I wanted someone, anyone, beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
Is there any more talking right now, or are we just gonna see where we are? Apparently, we're in the middle of some kind of ruins. Maybe it's the ruins of Zanarkand. Maybe. Could be. It would make sense, seeing as how we were just in Zanarkand and it got attacked. Looks kind of ruined to me.
Anybody there? Aaron! Hey!
Why is the voice and the sound so far off? It's super weird. Like his mouth moves and then the words are way later. What is this? A Japanese movie in English? Seriously. All right, so here we go. We're swimming around, swimming around. You can press circle. You can dive below the water. Not that you need to right now, but it's something you can do when you're swimming around. Swimming around, swimming. All right, so I guess there's a few things we can check out around here. A few of them are important, so you might as well check them all out. There are some items and which, such, whatnot, and which, and sort of. But I was gonna say that the problem with this game, or at least I should say a lot of people have a problem with this game, and the main problem is Tidus himself. A lot of people do not care for Tidus's voice actor or how well he does at what he do. First of all, let me talk about the sphere thing. It's the intro to the Albed. Find Albed primers to help you decipher the strange Albed language. Yeah. If you had more Albed primers, you'd be able to understand that sentence. What this sphere specifically does is it lets you load your sphere information from your Albed information from any of the other saves. I don't have any other saves, so I can't. But if I did, and I had played this game and I had some of the primers, I'd be able to understand some of the language earlier on in the game. Also grab a couple potions there. But since I don't have another save, I won't be able to load anything. But just know that you're going to want to collect all the Albed primers in the game. It's one of the collectibles of the game. Very recommended. If you're playing this version of the game and you have trophy achievements, which PS3 does, you're definitely going to want to get all the primers. It is one of the achievements, so there you go. I did take a look at the achievements of this game. I had to make sure that they were all basically just part of the game and the collectibles and stuff. Anyway, on this side, you'll find this blue orb thing, or whatever, on the blue thingy on the wall, and it's all written in a language you can't, in some kind of mumbo-jumbo. And then it has the word Macalania in there. Yeah. What do we have here? Nope.
Nope. Can't read it.
Alright, so he said it. Man, even that part was voice acted. How nice. Everything that gets voice acted, I will be much appreciated. Another treasure chest over here that's 200 gil. I'll take it. And I believe we're done here. So let's go ahead and keep going north. That is all that's in this area, I believe, yeah. Just wanted to show you guys the Albed stuff that you can't do shit with yet until you get more of the primers. That actual one that we looked at that said something is actually a message that'll be useful for much, much later in the game. So it's not going to do us any use right now anyways, even if we could read it. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's all. I'm going to leave it at that for now. Let's just keep on moving on. Keep on moving on. Actually, I forgot there was a save point here. In the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy X, we'll explore these ruins and see where the hell we are. Where did Aaron go? He's not with us, right? He's not in our party. Here's our menu, by the way. The menu looks so much more sleek. Oh my god, I like it a lot. I like it. Alright, in the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy X, like I said, we'll explore the ruins, and maybe we'll find Aaron? I can only hope so. I'll see you guys then. Peace!